Imagine this. You stand outside a tavern, a storm rages. The door opens and you step inside, strangers, bound by fate, drawn together for adventure. But what if that adventure is ruined? What if the space isn't welcoming, the game master isn't there, or the table doesn't feel safe? That's why we created Theater of Dice. I'm Ambrosia Ross, CEO and co-founder. We launched in beta in 2023, and in 2024 took on paying customers, building a positive, inclusive space where role-playing gamers can focus on storytelling, creativity, and community without the toxicity that often drives people away. Role-playing games, or RPGs, like Dungeons & Dragons, are more popular than ever. Over 50 years in, Dungeons & Dragons remains the top RPG, with 85 million people engaging in 2024. And Baldur's Gate 3 surpassed $1 billion in revenue in its very first year. The RPG industry is thriving, with massive growth across digital and tabletop spaces, creating a unique opportunity for online platforms, and Theater of Dice is leading the way. However, the problem with online gaming is clear. Roughly 83 million of the 110 million online gamers have experienced hate or harassment in just the last 6 months. Players now expect to experience hate, including racism, misogyny, homophobia, and more, every time they play. But this isn't just a social issue, it's a business problem. Games with less toxicity have a 16% higher player retention rate, and that toxicity, it's costing the gaming industry $1.6 billion annually in lost revenue. Our goal is to capture part of that $1.6 billion market by offering a safe, inclusive RPG platform that increases retention, engagement, and player satisfaction. Theater of Dice was founded by passionate game developers, community leaders, and role-playing game enthusiasts. Our team has years of combined experience in game design, player engagement, and online community management. Our own journey began around the table. The four of us met during a campaign where the game master was less than ideal. This frustrating experience sparked something in us. We decided no one should ever have to endure a toxic game, so we created a space where players could feel safe and heard while remaining fully immersed in our adventures. We intend to set a new standard for inclusive game mastering, ensuring everyone at the table has a positive experience. Our well-moderated platform is built for storytellers, players, and creators who want a healthy space where they can focus on what matters: collaborative storytelling and immersive adventures. Since the launch of our unique subscription-based platform, we've built an active international community spanning 5 countries and supported by 15 game masters, or GMs, each running games for 4 to 6 players. Our retention rate remains strong, and early-stage revenue continues to grow, demonstrating the demand. To monetize this demand, Theater of Dice generates revenue from multiple streams. Our core comes from player subscriptions, with premium content and community perks. We also sell custom art and merchandise. Currently, we are developing a Young Pathways course, which is a comprehensive step-by-step training program designed to empower game masters at all levels. As we grow, additional revenue will be generated through ad-supported streaming content and affiliate partnerships. Theater of Dice will utilize the $25,000 to develop and market our GM Pathway course, which culminates in an elite GM certification, setting a new industry standard for high-quality games. Certified game masters are critical because they address the biggest bottleneck in RPGs, ensuring that every group has a skilled leader. The course culminates in an elite GM certification. What makes this course completely unique is it is affordable, accessible, and affirming, and we already have people signed up to pre-order. The remainder of the $25,000 will go towards improving our technology to enhance the user experience and ensure seamless gameplay through our community. The demand for inclusive gaming spaces is undeniable, and Theater of Dice is already meeting this need. With your support, we can expand our platform, set a new standard for RPG communities, and tap into a multi-billion-dollar market. Please, join us in shaping the future of role-playing games, where every gamer thrives. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Can you a little bit about reducing toxicity, increasing inclusion on your platform. Can you talk about how you do that? Is that mostly through the folks who are managing the interactions, or are there other ways you help manage that?
So there are two primary ways that we do that. Our first is through our moderated platform. We also record all of our sessions on Zoom so that we have access to go back and look and see, if somebody said such and such happened, we can go check. The other way is by asking all of our players and game leaders to sign an expectations agreement up front. We list out what the expectations we have for them, what they can expect from Theater of Dice, and it weeds out a lot of the people who would not fit in our group.
Great, that sounds great. The other thing you mentioned right at the very beginning is that you launched a beta in 2023. I think the only tech company in this cohort. So excited to talk about a beta launch. What did you learn from that beta launch, and how did that influence what you officially launched for subscription?
Well, the first thing we learned that this was not an American program. Theater of Dice is international, and that happened very quickly on. We did learn that we were primarily an English-speaking group, and so we've been making sure that when we market directly to our game masters, that we market primarily to English-speaking. We do have a Spanish-speaking mod on, so we can have a Spanish game soon.
Great, thank you so much.
Thank you.